Awesome, here we are, last part of the series. This is the fourth video. I have created the silicone mold. I have created the mother mold using freeform. And now today I will be casting using Smooth Cast 57D. So I have parts A and B right here. I have some mixing cups, some sticks, some gloves, parts of the mold. Phase 2 is behind me. I'll put those together, and some baby powder. It's already been applied. So I'm gonna put these back together. I'm gonna pre-mix these. I'm going to mix portions together, and I'll do them one at a time. How it's gonna work is I'm gonna mix up a bit, do part A, then part B, mix them together really well, pour them into the assembled cast, rotate it around, let it cure, partial cure for 10 minutes, and then I'll go to the next layer. So since I'm doing two, I'll do one, let it sit, do the other, let it sit, and then it'll definitely be 10 minutes by the time that I get to the second one. And I'll just go back and forth, and then after I do 3 or 4 layers, then I let them both fully cure for an hour, and then I'll demold them. But pretty simple, but it's been a long project. There have been multiple videos going into this, many hours going into the creation of these. So we'll see how they turn out. So the process is really simple. You're gonna pre-mix both your parts A and parts B. And then when you go to mix them, you're gonna mix equal parts by volume. They'll weigh slightly different. So if you are measuring by weight, just know that it's 100 to 93 parts B to part A by weight. But if you go by volume, it'll just be 1-to-1. So just keep that in mind. As you can see here, I'm assembling them. Make sure that you get them fully assembled and that the silicone mold is flush with the external shell. That'll prevent any issues. Then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna mix up little batches. I did about a cup each and then mix them together. Then you're gonna pour them in and slosh them around. Make sure that you cover the entire inside of the helmet. And then after you slosh it around for enough time so that it's not dripping, you'll let it sit for 10 minutes. And since I'm working on 2, I just hop back and forth between them. But yeah, besides that, there's not a whole lot to it. Pretty simple process. Well, there it is. There you have it. I successfully pulled them out. It has been a long weekend, and here we are. And I am stoked with how they turned out. This is the whole reason why I did this project, is so that I could get nice smooth helmets in only a couple hours instead of a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm stoked. I think the silicone mold will last me a very long time. I think the first thing that's gonna give out is the shell. Because as you already know from the last video, the shell cracked a little bit as I was taking it off. Just the lower part right here on the phase 2. But it's already glued and good. But yeah, having the bolts, the fly nuts, game changer. Make sure you make a lip big enough to install those. The phase 1, it's so much easier to take the shell off. I think that's because in the phase 2 it kind of like wraps underneath. And when I was painting on the silicone, it like would drip a bunch, so you'd have a bunch of little not so smooth areas. So then when I did the clay, it kind of like formed that. So getting all that to line up is kind of tricky. So the phase 1's definitely a lot easier than the phase 2. These things are pretty heavy actually. I did 4 layers. And I think that was a little bit too much. This one is actually so thick I can't even put it on my head. Just because of the cheekbones, it's too thick. So, but it's fine, it's whatever. I can always make another one. So yeah, and they're hard. They have a little bit of flex to them, so they're impact resistant. So if you drop them from counter height, they won't break like a 3D print. And with how thick these ones are, I'm more worried about these putting a dent in the floor if they were to fall. So yeah, that's basically it. Super stoked with how these turned out. I started with phase 1 and phase 2, and I will definitely be moving forward in the future, probably after I move out of this apartment when I have more space. I'll probably be doing animated phase 2 from Galactic Armory, maybe the Airborne Trooper from Galactic Armory as well. Maybe the phase 1 pilot. There are just so many good options. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do my best to try to do casted helmets from now on, just because quality control, they'll all be a lot smoother. I don't think they melt, they're impact resistant, so the quality of product that I'll have will definitely go up, and I'll be able to do my favorite part of this whole process a lot more, which is painting. I love painting. Smoothing and sanding, super annoying. I still will have to do a little bit on these, but like there's no layer lines, so I'm already way ahead, and it only took 2 hours. So all in all, with the Smoothcast 57D, highly recommend it. I think it's like $110, $120 for the gallon set. I know for sure I'll be able to get at least 2 more helmets out of that. And if you think about that, say it's $120 with 4 helmets, that's $30 each for materials. And like I said, I did these really thick, so you may even be able to get 3 out of the, or not 3, yeah, so 3, if you're doing 2 at a time, 3 times 6 helmets total out of it. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna do some more tomorrow. And yeah, the process from now on is just simple. Just they're assembled, make sure they're lined up and firmly placed in there. And then I just put the baby powder, use a hairdryer to blow out all the remnants so that it doesn't clump up, because then that will show on the cast itself. And I'll probably do 3 layers instead of 4. I think that will be a good thickness. But super stoked with how they turned out. This has been a long project. It's been a very long weekend. I have a 9 a.m. meeting tomorrow for work that I gotta get ready for. So we did it. It was a success. Hopefully this video and the other videos can help you along your journey if you so choose to try to make casts like me. I'm so excited to do a batch of helmets for a photo shoot or something like that, because wow, it's gonna be so much easier to make helmets now. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good one. Good luck on your projects, and I'll see you in some of my other videos. Bye.